Hey, 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 what's going on, beautiful people? Great day to you all. Great morning, great afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. If you're watching me live, go ahead and comment below, chime in, let me know where you're watching from, rep your city, rep your country. Let me know where in the virtual building you are watching me from today. I am not going to be long before you at all, but I just came on here really quickly today to give you this quick message that I know will inspire those of you that are in alignment with this next season of your life. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with my intro as I always do. My name is Sharita Leon. I went from being a homeless, disabled, single mom to a two-time #1 best-selling author with books that were on the bestsellers list for over 2 years straight. I'm also a life relationship and business coach, an internet marketing strategist, entrepreneur, international speaker, and the protege of the legendary Les Brown, a forex trader and investor. And I empower my tribe to live their God-given purpose while creating wealth and have healthy relationships. I'm also a believer in my faith is exuded in all that I do. So welcome, beautiful people. All right. As you see the title of this video today, I'm going to be talking to you about a lot of the struggles that we go through mentally that make us feel as if defeat is an option, right? Or that defeat is something that is inevitable. I was having a conversation with someone last week, and as we were speaking, I was letting them know that, listen, defeat is optional. If you choose to be defeated, then you can be defeated. Other than that, it's a choice. And this is what happens to us in life. When we go through certain things, hardship, trials, tribulations, when things don't seem to be working in our favor, or even better, when things are working in our favor, then somehow you get jolted way back and things go left. For some reason or another, we then begin to believe the effects of what's happening is our truth, and we start acting that way. We start believing that defeat is our birthright. We start believing that we can't win. We start believing that it's not going to work. And when we start tapping into those thoughts and beliefs, our actions become self-prophecy, right? Because now you don't end up winning. Now you're ended up defeated. Why? Not because defeat was something that was your own or that was your birthright. You end up being defeated because you believed in that very thought. And because you believed in that thought, you now went ahead and started acting as if you were defeated. The only way that you are defeated in life is if you choose to quit and stop. That's it. If you choose to quit, if you choose to stop, then you become defeated. Other than that, it's a choice. Now, it doesn't mean that it's not trying at times. It doesn't mean that it can be extremely hard or difficult. That's definitely not what it means. But what it means is you can choose a totally different outcome. Whether things seem to be going in your favor or not, it's up to you to decide how you're going to respond to life's situations. How are you going to respond to what's happening right now? Are you going to take time to recalibrate and figure out, what do I need to change? What do I need to make better? What do or who do I need to become in order for me to reach this goal? But once I put it in my heart and in my mind that I am not going to quit, that I'm not going to stop, I automatically win by default. There are some people right now in life that win simply because they're consistent. They win simply because of default. They continue to show up. It wasn't because of their skill. It wasn't that someone else was better than them. They literally won because they decided to keep going. And so what happens is consistency will outbeat talent in the long run anytime. And that is in any area, any industry, life as a whole. The person who remains steadfast and consistent is guaranteed to win and will outweigh and outbeat any person that has skill and talent that is not consistent. And that's based off of spiritual laws and principle. What do you mean, Sharita? Well, whatever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So in your consistency, in your consistently moving in the direction that you're working towards, in you continuing to be a blessing, and you continuing to build your business, and you continuing to go with that ministry, and you continuing to do what you've been put on this earth to do, one way, shape, or form, you have to meet your destination. You have to meet the end goal because of the spiritual principles and laws that cannot be irrevocable, that cannot be changed. They're irrevocable. There we go. And so when you get that, You can encourage yourself in the midst of times when things seem contrary to what you want. Everything that we see is temporal. Everything that we see is temporal, things that we feel are temporal, and also they're subject to change. Everything that you see is subject to change. And that in and of itself should bring you hope, knowing that what I see right now is subject to change. We talk about overnight successes, but overnight successes were never overnight successes. They were like the bamboo tree that was building for 5+ years underground that no one was able to see until one day it sprouted up and it was like, whoa, where did this come from? The work that no one saw, the consistency, the crying when no one knew you were crying, the building from building to building to building that you consistently did, the contract to another contract that led to another contract, that led to one person, which led to another person. All of the work that you were doing simultaneously in the dark, one day sprouts up and brings you all of what you knew would already happen. See, there is a confidence that you have that allows you to keep moving forward, that brings everything full circle. The good book says, cast not away your confidence, for it has great recompense of reward. Your confidence in and of itself is going to bring you your reward. That's why you can't cast it away. You can't let things and people make you start thinking otherwise, have you doubting yourself and have you doubting your assignment. Those things are subject to change, but your confidence has great recompense of reward. And I don't even have time to go through the word of recompense and even breaking that down, but knowing this, that you have great reward, great recompense of reward. There are certain things that have been owed to you that are being restored to you, and you have to continue the race to have it manifest in your life. You have to be willing to be committed to your development, to become that person that overrides all the low vibrational things that are showing itself before you. You have to be so hyped in yourself and in God in you, knowing that this is just foolishness. This is just something here to make me feel as if I'm not going where I already know I've been ordained to go. See, there have been words spoken over your lives before the foundation of the earth. In your mother's womb, God called you and gave you an assignment, a plan, and gifts and talents that you were to use here on this earth. Now, the time is just a matter of fact, but the truth is, it's already spoken over you, and God's word cannot go back to him void, and neither can yours, which is why it's very imperative that you watch the words that you speak, and you watch the words that you allow other people to speak over you. Because you need to shut it down early. If it is not in alignment with who you are, what God has spoken, you cancel that. I don't care if they're the bishop, the president, it doesn't matter. You gracefully decline. And some folks may get mad at that. That's not your problem. That is not your problem. I don't have to agree with you, and you don't have to agree with me. But if your words that you're trying to speak over my life are contrary to what God says, it's a wrap. And I'm going to make sure that you will not sow that seed. And that's how you have to be over your life. And once you start operating that way, and you realize that every person that has won in life or that is winning in life decided to choose to win, decided that defeat was not going to be part of their plan, part of who they were, part of their story, and made a way in the midst of all uncertainty, then you too can do the same exact thing. They're not better than you. Like, you got to talk to yourself. They're not better than me. If they did it, certainly I can. Do some people have more access than others? Yes. But that does not mean you're crippled because you don't have what they have. You too can do the same thing and make it happen. There are so many people that have had way worse things against them and yet still found a way to win. And the only difference is their thoughts behind it. They had a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset. The growth mindset said, oh, we're going to make this thing happen one way or another. Whether you're with me or you're not, whether it's today or 10 years from now, it's going to happen. And the beautiful thing is you can document your journey so that when the day comes and finally the world sees what God has shown you privately, there's the blueprint, there's the tracking of all of the things that you've done. And when that come up happens, baby, that come up is real. Do you hear me? It is real. And every day you choose to show up, every day you do what is uncomfortable for you, what you don't necessarily feel like doing, that is another day that you've proven that you are worthy and in alignment with what God has shown you. And that also allows for you now to bring forth and attract all of the things and all of the people that are in alignment and called and assigned to you. So what it looks like now means absolutely nothing. But if you're able to tap into the spiritual world and see what has already been promised to you, to see who you actually are and know that you can become somebody else, the person that actually lives the life you want, you can be that person, that there are no boundaries, there are no limitations. There are no boundaries or limitations in God, none whatsoever. We all have an even playing field now more than ever. And so now you do the work. You take real evaluation of yourself. Quickly make adjustments. That's the other thing, the quickly part. Sometimes we hold on to things so long and they let us stay in a state of low vibration. And now we're thinking about all the things that are not going right. And then we're putting all our attention and we're so lethargic. And now we attract more of the things we don't want. But if you quickly decide to catch those thoughts and say, oh, nope, that's not it. If you quickly decide to move forward when other things happen, where people do crazy things, you don't allow your time or your thoughts to rest in that place. If you quickly make the decisions, you quickly move forward, you now are in alignment and in the speed in which you need to go and create the life you want. So listen, today, make a decision that defeat is not for you. And know that defeat is an option. Defeat is not something that has power over you. You're not defeated. If you don't win, it's because you chose not to win. Make that your thought process. Make that your belief that I have to win one way or another. One way or another, I am going to win. He always causes me to triumph. Therefore, I can't lose. When that becomes your affirmation and you believe it and you walk in that thing every single day, you'll find yourself winning in life, period, as a whole. So I pray that this has been a blessing to you. If you would like to work with me personally and allow me to help you win in your finances, in your health, and in your overall purpose as a whole, you need to get in my inbox and I can share with you how we're doing just that in the Royal Priesthood Society and all things Sharita Leon. So I thank you all for watching. Until next time, only believe until the end and go get your life. Be blessed, everybody. Bye.
I'm a millionaire, money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it. I'm a millionaire. Get your money.